Yoga is not always good for back pain. Sometimes it can be, but sometimes it can make things worse. And I'm getting frustrated by people just throwing out recommendations for general yoga for basically anyone with low back issues, whether it's a disc herniation or sciatica. And I'm making this video because not too long ago, I made a post on my Instagram. It went viral, has about 2 million views right now. And so many of the comments were like, okay, so just do yoga. All right, so yoga. All right, just gonna go do yoga then. All these comments about yoga, but it does not work that way. That's not how treating low back issues work. And I'm gonna explain why. If you're new to my content or to my channel, you know that I preach movement on a daily basis. Movement is medicine. Movement is everything. The vast majority of lower back issues are a movement-based problem and need a movement-based solution. And yoga is a movement-based activity. It's a movement-based practice. And so, of course, for that principle alone, I love yoga. I love anything that promotes movement, but I'm very good at what I do in helping people resolve low back issues faster than they've experienced anywhere else. And for many people, sometimes there are specific movements that they need to do to resolve their condition the right way. And there's also specific movements that they need to avoid at that time temporarily to ensure that they're going to recover. And this is where the blanket statement of just go do yoga really starts to drive me nuts. Is if you're someone that just has a tight low back, tight hips, no excruciating pain, sure, go do yoga, like go for it. But if you're like, yeah, I was deadlifting and I felt a pop in my back, I can barely stand up, or hey, I have sciatica burning down my leg, ton of tightness when I try to stretch my leg, don't just go do yoga. Because yoga is a combination of many different movement interventions. And as I said earlier, certain movements will be right for your condition and certain movements will be wrong. And when you go and do a yoga class, and yes, I've done yoga class before. Fun fact, when I was in college, my wife and I, who weren't married at the time, but we went to college together, we took a yoga class together. So we were seeing each other a couple times throughout the week at our yoga class. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed everything involved with it. The mental aspects of it, the movement aspects, everything. But it's a combination of multiple different movements. So if in a single class, let's just say you're in 10 different poses that could be helpful for your condition, and you're in 5 different poses that could be harmful for your condition, you're going to walk out of that class with likely more pain than before, or at least aggravating symptoms or preventing symptoms from recovering to a certain capacity. It's just like medication. If you have a particular condition, there might be certain medications that are right for that condition, and there might be certain medications that could make that condition worse. And when it comes to more significant lower back issues, movement works the same way. Different movements do different things. Different prescriptions of certain movements do different things. Meaning you could give one person with the same lower back issues the same exercise, but one person would respond to a different number of the movements or a different manner in performing it than someone else. So these things make a difference. So when I make a video and all these people are trying, oh, just do yoga, do yoga, do yoga. No. Because there are absolutely positions that you will be exposed to in yoga that have the potential to flare you up and make your situation worse. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. So let me give a few examples. All right, I just typed in Google most classic yoga poses. And I'm just going to look through these and just make a few comments, okay? So first one, downward facing dog. If you have sciatica and it's going down the back of your leg, I would not do this pose. Like this is likely going to flare you up and is going to leave you sensitive for the rest of the day. For sure, okay? Cobra pose. Cobra pose is one that I post a lot on my channel that can be very helpful for the right person, typically with disc issues or sciatic issues. But once again, knowing how to do it, should you hold it, should you not? How many should you do? How often should you do them? That can yield a different response for different people. Okay, let's go through a few more. Okay, bridge pose. Bridge pose could go either way. Some people that might feel good. Some people that might increase sensitivity. It kind of just depends. Okay, high lunge. That could be good for individuals who have poor hip extension, and their hip extension is relating to additional stress on their lower back. For sure, like that could be helpful. However, if someone's doing a high lunge bridge pose maybe has a femoral nerve entrapment, the nerve that goes on the anterior aspect of your thigh, the front of your thigh. This could be putting that in a stretched position, and sensitive nerves don't like being stretched, and that could make it worse actually. So looking at all these poses, they're different positions of the spine. It's different positions of nerves. It's putting the disc in different positions and loading the disc in different ways. So it's not always helpful to just go do yoga. And we've had many, many, many clients. We have about 200 consultations a week around the world. And we hear on a weekly basis, hey, I started getting back issues and pain down my leg. My friend recommended I go do yoga. I went and did yoga and I was limping after the class. Like, I've been so much worse since doing that. And we say, yeah, I know. It's because you probably were exposed to movements that aren't right for your body at this time. Not forever, but at this time. I don't think anyone listening to this would agree that a one-size-fits-all approach is good for anybody. And treating yoga as a specific intervention for low back pain, spine disorders, is giving yourself a one-size-fits-all approach. And that's not a helpful way to address your significant pain and the significant impact that this is having on your life. Once again, I want to be super clear. I am not anti-yoga. I am pro-movement, and yoga is movement, so I am pro-yoga. Nothing wrong with it at all. But if you have pain in certain positions cause pain and you have pain shooting down your leg, I would never tell that person, just go do yoga. I would never, ever say that. And we've helped literally thousands of people fully resolve their low back pain, disc herniation, and sciatica through our one-on-one online coaching program by helping them identify what they should not be doing and prescribing them what they should be doing in the way that is most beneficial for their condition. So I want to encourage you to move. I want to encourage you to take action on your situation, but I also don't want to encourage you to just guess if you're in a circumstance where you're in a lot of pain and it's imperative that you resolve this the right way. So yes, go move, but don't completely guess with your health. That is not a risk I would be willing to take, and something that could end up costing you a lot more in the long run if you don't just get a more specific plan of attack now. So if that's you and you're tired of guessing and you want a more specific plan, then I would love to help you. And all you got to do is just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, and I'll show you how to get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues using our centralization process. Do it right now so you don't miss the opportunity to finally fix your pain, so you don't have to keep digging through the internet and watching hundreds of videos like these, still just wishing and hoping and praying that you could be pain-free, when all you got to do is just reach out for help. Just ask help, and you can get the plan that you deserve, and you can get back to the life that you deserve too. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program real soon.